Hello, my loves. Day 59 of the God Wants to Talk to You challenge. Currently the 60-day challenge. I think it's going to jump up to 90. I have a feeling. Okay, so this one is under the broad topic of get comfortable being uncomfortable. Not a bad thing when we're uncomfortable. It's not a problem, actually. We read and then we contemplate and we read again. Do we have sound? Yes, we do. Dear God, what would you have me know today? My love, you are on the right track. Whatever appears in your field has truth in it. Whether you are able to see that truth or not, or partially, depends on how much human illusion still runs your life. Look for the true essence of the thing. Look at it through my eyes. Look at it with your heart. Nothing I send you is empty, and nothing I send you is meant to harm you or make you sad. Challenge you, stretch you, yes, but never harm. So this means there is a way to perceive and receive your reality in every moment and see nothing but love and opportunity and the invitation to grow. This will never stop, by the way. You will always have to grow beyond your edge in order to become the next iteration of you. If you manage to see and live your life the way I have intended for it, then you will recognize the pure magic of my design and you will feel my endless love for you. I love you, truly. Love, God. So, oh, window was still open. So there are a couple of things. Okay, let's start with the second one because this is how I titled the the video. So in life, we either live and evolve and thrive, or we die. In energetics, there is no standing still. Nothing that is alive ever stands still. Doesn't happen, doesn't exist. Where we sometimes, can just rest on the illusion that, yeah, things are fine right now, and like things are not changing right now. That is in our physical world, in our lives. And the reason why we have that, I guess, cushion, yeah, you could call it a cushion, is that the 3D world, the physical world, moves and expresses itself way slower than energetics do. But so let's say we have a plant at home and we water it every couple days and it's thriving. So now let's say we don't water it anymore. For a couple of days, perhaps even weeks, it could look okay. It could look like there's nothing much changing. Perhaps even a couple of leaves are still, coming. And it looks as if there is no problem. It looks as if the plant is still alive and thriving. And it is alive until it has died completely. And that is the cushion of the physical, because life has an inherent force and wants to stay alive. But even though we don't see it, if we keep not watering it, it'll die. But it takes some time to actually prove that to us, basically, the fact that it's dying. But energetically, in every moment, we either evolve and grow and orient ourselves to love, to curiosity, to connection, or not. And this means for everyone who is active in the field of personal development, of building a life that fulfills the whole of our purpose. That doesn't mean we have to sprint towards our purpose. But if we are interested in finding out what we came here for and what actually lives inside of us, what God sent us to earth with, first for ourselves, but then also to share it with the world, then we play in the team of thriving, of living, of unlocking our potential. And we don't play in the team of dying, staying the same, which doesn't exist, as we have just established. And so that means if we are interested in evolving, then we must get comfortable with the thought that there's no standing still. And so if I want to evolve, then that means that I am growing. And growth means surpassing my current form, surpassing my current energetic state of being. And that always comes with growing pains. It always comes with being faced with what I can currently hold, what I can currently understand. And in order to trigger that evolution, we have to be triggered with something that stretches us. Sometimes stretches us a little bit, softly, gently. Those are nice times. And sometimes the trigger is a smack in the face, is a wake-up call. If we have missed the quieter calls of the universe that knocked on our doors, saying, hey, it's time to outgrow this. If we ignore this long enough, then the knocks are getting a little louder. Listening, something needs to change. And then sadly, if we continue to not listen and stay in the illusion of, well, if I just don't look at it, then nothing changes. Yes. Things die. You die. Sounds very extreme. But our soul won't allow that, which is why the soul orchestrates whole life circumstances that smack you in the face, call you up and awake to step up and choose to grow, which is always going to be our choice. Well, actually, not always. But we can definitely choose a life of unfulfilled potential. A life that is not filled with presence and love and curiosity. We can. But that unfortunately equals dying. And whether we choose one or the other has a lot to do with what we, in the heart of our hearts, think we deserve. And if we happen to think that we don't deserve a life full of presence and love and curiosity and joy and lightness and connection, and then we will choose a life that doesn't have these things. Because then our outer experience matches what we believe is right for us, which that is untrue, obviously, because we all deserve a life of connection and presence and love and joy and ease and excitement. We all do. And life with a capital L, your soul, God, the universe, however you want to call it, knows that. And because that force knows that, it won't stop reminding you and calling you to this truth. We all deserve this. That you deserve this. Yeah. And so the first part of this letter is that everything that appears in our life, even though it might seem like a disturbance, like I don't want that, that bugs me, that is a distraction, whatever, a distraction from whatever we believe is important in that moment. Everything that is sent to us into our life has a divine true essence. And it has been one of the great practices, one of the great discoveries of my life to first choose to look for that. And then second, to develop the sight to immediately recognize it. Well, which I am, on the way to immediately recognize it, but that is where I am headed. And that is what I am devoting myself to develop a sight that immediately recognizes the God truth in anything. And that has a lot to do with opening our hearts and learning to look at anything that happens, at ourselves, at the moment, at our life, at the world, humanity. Look at all of it with our hearts. And if we can manage to do that, whatever helps us to open our hearts, if that is music, if that is art, if that is writing, if that is breath work, if that is sitting in nature, playing, cuddling a puppy, whatever. Looking into our lover's eyes, whatever helps, whatever opens our heart, that will help us see the God truth of whatever is being sent to us. And then we can actually receive the message that God has for us, which is always good for us. Not comfortable. Sometimes it's not comfortable. But it's always good for us. Because it's fine. We can be uncomfortable. It's fine. We're not dying. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's okay. All right, read to close. Dear God, what would you have me know today? My love, you are on the right track. Whatever appears in your field has truth in it. Whether you are able to see that truth or not, or partially, depends on how much human illusion still runs your life. Look for the true essence of the thing. Look at it through my eyes. Look at it with your heart. Nothing I send you is empty, and nothing I send you is meant to harm you or make you sad. Challenge you, stretch you, yes, but never harm. So this means there is a way to perceive and receive your reality in every moment and see nothing but love and opportunity and the invitation to grow. This will never stop, by the way. You will always have to grow beyond your edge in order to become the next iteration of you. If you manage to see and live your life the way I have intended for it, then you will recognize the pure magic of my design, and you will feel my endless love for you. I love you truly. Love, God. All right, my loves. Mwah!